What's up, hello, and welcome back to the Old Boys, episode 4, season 1. I wanted to start off on the finance screen just to show how the finance is going for the club. As you can see, because of the fact that we're not paying players anything to play and we're bringing in gate receipt money, we're actually earning a lot of money every month. So by the time we get out of this league, we actually should be up a decent amount of money. Now let's get on to some of the new players that we signed while you were away. So as you can see, it's a new look team with two new goalies actually in the squad. Luke Nakov, who we signed from Bromley after he moved from Slavia Sofia. He's actually our new first choice, and it's pretty amazing. Nothing really too bad about him, and he is just an exceptional goalkeeper with 16 natural fitness and still room to improve at 19 years old. He actually does play a couple games for the under-21, so that's going to be a problem. But that's actually why we brought in his backup, Charlie Freeman, who is actually from Tottenham. He was playing a couple games for us when Nakov actually had to go away on international duty, but he's a pretty good goalie with a 7.0 rating so far. And again, room to improve, and he's English. And we have a new look back line with a lot of potential. We have Jordan Lee, who we signed from Wimborne. Again, a lot of potential. He's our right back, and actually he can play at right midfield. We have Darnell Smith, a young centre-back from Barnet. Audrius, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that last name, but he's a 22-year-old Lithuanian centre-back with solid stats all round. And Mark Onyema, an English 23-year-old left-back, who again has bags of potential. We actually have a new-look centre-midfield duo too. Sonny Black and Connor Jones. Sonny Black is a 23-year-old English midfielder who actually was at Crystal Palace for a couple of years, then took a few years off, then went to Walton Casuals, and now he plays for us. And Connor Jones used to play for Bristol Rovers in League One and then moved to us. Actually had 23 games for Mangotsfield in the Southern League Division 1 South. He's a very good all-rounded player, and he's very fast and has a lot of fitness. He has bags of potential too, so going to try and keep him around for a while. And the new star left winger, Funyama Shomutan, a Nigerian 22-year-old winger who is just phenomenal. He played for Barnet. Again, Margate and Staines had a couple games there, and then had a couple games for Barnet 2 years ago, and now he plays for us, which is just staggering. I'll get into the games and just show you how good he's played for us so far. We actually signed a new left winger too, Brandon Shaw, who is actually better star wise, but performance wise, Fumiana has just been out of this world. So this is what has happened off camera. Our first game was at home to Meertown, and it was a 0-0 result. But a big point of the game was Sammy actually got injured in the 50th minute. And I think that's what really was a detriment to the team, as soon as he got injured, we never really had another good attacking chance. And actually, if you look at both their centre-backs, one of them actually getting player of the match, it was just defensive showing from Weartown. The next game was a 6-2 victory at Sturminster Marshall, and this is where Shomutan actually got his first game and first hat-trick for the club. And it was actually a stellar performance from the boys. Let's have a look at some of the goals. So this was the first goal, Hamilton Forbes to Felipe, and Felipe just rockets it into the back of the goal. Great first goal from the boys. The second goal, they actually brought one back with Frien Tass grabbing one. Next goal, Shomutan rides that tackle, puts it in, and Jones smashes one in. The next opportunity was, he gets dispossessed by Kelly, and it's a ball forward, and Hurst just slots it through the goalkeeper's legs. That's 3-1. Shomutan steps up and smashes in. Jones out to Kelly for the fifth goal. And Shomutan grabs another one. And then the sixth goal, Shomutan grabs it up again. He was just everywhere this game. Runs forward and just smashes it in like it was nothing. Just an easy couple goals from Shomutan. Now this was quite concerning for me, because Freeman comes out and just bottles it to Baxter, and then Baxter slides it into the back of the net. The next game was a 6-0 win against Westland Sports Reserve. Again, just a great showing from everyone. Our first goal came after 30 minutes where the ball was placed in, and Jones just came up after a Hurst header. Then the next goal was Lee to Black, and Hurst just heads it into the back of the goal. Then it was a penalty, which Hurst easily put away. Shummerton then stepped up with a free kick, and Chris Kelly was on the end of it. Then Black to Lee for the fifth goal. And Shummerton just slots it wide. This was the moment before it took him off. But he was just an amazing player. And then AA run into Mason to Jones. And then Jones with an absolutely stunning strike into the back of the net. And that game we win 6-0, which that was pretty positive to see that we won 2 games in a row with 6 goals. And let's hope we can repeat it. Now we're against Tisbury United, who are actually top of the league by 2 points. We actually, because of that game we drew against Mere Town, we actually dropped some points, and they only have dropped 1 game against Merley Cobham Sports Reserve in 12th. That's actually the only game they've won. So hopefully we can grab the victory. Anyway, let's get into it. So this is the team. We're playing the 4-2-3-1 custom control, and they're playing the 4-1-2-3 cautious. Hopefully we can go in and get the result that we need. If we win this, we go ahead by 1 point, and that's a valuable point when it comes to the end of the season, especially because of that 1 position promotion. So hopefully we can go and get the win here. First highlight of the game. There's a throw in by Lee to Kelly. He puts it back to Black, to Felipe, who runs the ball forward, back to Lee. Lee puts it back to Smith. So Smith loses it to Bertram. Bertram throw on goal. Great save by Nakov. But it is a corner. The corner, Hopkinson puts it in, and Nakov recovers. I think that's what our only problem was, is that we didn't have a great number 1 goalie in the goal. But then again, Caswell was good. But hopefully Nakov can be that next step up. But we got another highlight here. Hopkinson with the ball runs forward, and he sails it wide. Another highlight. Free kick. Oh, what's going to happen here? Stern walking up to the referee. Give him a red. Dang. Nothing. But here's a free kick that Lee is going to take. And Lee smashes up to Hurst. Hurst is through on goal. Oh, great save by Neil Banks as he puts it out for a throw-in. Another highlight. McHugh throws the ball in to Onyema. Little triangle between the left back, centre midfield and centre back, but Felipe is now on it to Shummerton. Hopefully he can pull off something. Shummerton into Hurst. Hurst's room, but he's tackled, and Black with the header over the net. We're getting in some good pressure, but we just need to find that end touch now. And that's half time. I think the boys have played well. Keep going out there. I think they can still win this one. We've dominated possession. We've had the majority of the shots on goal. We just need to find that final goal to get us into the lead. First highlight of the half. Hawkins up to Felipe. And Elliot. Is Elliot going to be sent off? And that's a second yellow for Elliot. Now we have the advantage. I'm going to go a little bit more attacking. I think I'm going to make a change here because Chris Kelly hasn't really done anything. Bring on Shummerton to the other side and bring on Brandon Shaw for his debut. Hopefully Shaw can spice some things up. Shummerton with the ball in. And he wins the penalty. It's a great penalty. Who won that actually before the penalty's taken? Hurst won the penalty, and Hurst is going to take the penalty. Hopefully he can slot it. And he does. 1-0. Let's go. That's a big penalty against the number 1 team in the league. Just slots it down that right-hand side, and the goalkeeper guesses the wrong way. Let's hope we can keep this lead now. 68th minute. Felipe on the ball. Jones to Black. Black back out to Jones. Oh, and that's a horrible foul. And Mark Thompson is sent off too. That's 2 red cards in the game now. I think I'm going to go more positive, but if we concede now, this is just going to be a shocking result for the boys. I want to take off one of the centre-backs too, but I don't know which one to take off. I think I'm going to take off Darnell Smith just because he is lacking a little bit more in fitness. So I'm going to bring on Nathan Kelly. And I think I'm going to bring on Columbus too, just because Hurst hasn't really had a good game apart from winning and scoring that penalty. I'm going to give Columbus a little run out, see if he can grab that goal that shores it up for us. But Shaw's on the ball now in the 71st minute. Wyn Jones wins it back. Zamet up. Lorsch wins it and heads it to Shaw. Shaw down the left-hand side. Good ball in, Hurst, and he heads it over. Another throw in. Lee to Felipe. Felipe with a good ball in. Shaw! And what a debut from Shaw. And Felipe, what a cross in. That was just a great play altogether. Nice throw by Lee to Felipe. Felipe with a lovely run to open up some space, and then a lovely cross to Shaw, who first time volleys it, and he just beats the keeper. What a volley. I think that's the end of the game. 2-0 against Tisbury, who have 2 men sent off. I don't think they're really going to do anything else. Yeah, and that's it, full time. That's a great victory for the boys. Well done, lads. And the team talk there. I think our next game is going to be against Stallbridge, who are in 11th place. We're also going to be at home. Hopefully Sammy can be back by then, but I'm not sure if he will be. Anyway, let's get into the next game. Just before we get into game 2, I want to talk about this new signing that we have, Yavan Gleason. There were about 3 or 4 players that got suggested to me who were on youth contracts with other teams, but they were on £0 a week. So I thought I'd sign all 3 up, and I just wanted to show the best of the bunch. Yavan Gleason, who's a 16-year-old Serbian striker who looks very well-rounded for this tier of football with 15 natural fitness. I don't particularly like the unsporting personality, but I think he'll be good for us in this league. I gave him fringe player because I'm not sure how much game time he'll actually get. But 11 aggression, 12 determination, 17 teamwork is great with a 13 work rate and a 13 technique. Finishing of 8, which isn't great, but hopefully we can get that up. And he's already worth £750, so hopefully he can do a job for us in the league. Now it's time for game 2 against Stallbridge. This one should be pretty much run-of-the-mill. We've had a pretty good run of games, having 3-1 in a row. But we've got 2 injuries, so I think Callum Jones is going to come off and Aaron is going to come in. And Hamilton Forbes off the bench. Actually, let's put Mason in off the bench. And then at left back, we're going to put Navarro, who's back from injury. He's actually pretty fit too. Hopefully Hurst and Onyema can get back and Sammy can get back too. Oh, he's only got 4 days. So he'll be ready for Broadstone and then Chickerell. When is our next big game? Paulborough again in a little while. Anyway, let's get into the game. So they're running a cautious 4-4-2. And we're running a 4-2-3-1. We are at home at the pub. And hopefully we can get a result out of this game. I think I'm going to go passionate. Come on. Show me what everyone can do. And everyone, I have faith in you. Let's go out there and get this victory. First highlight, a minute in. Corbin, their goalie, starting off with a kick forward. Intercepted by Black to Hurst to Felipe. Felipe running up. Good ball through to Aaron. Oh, Aaron. Come on. Got to finish those. There's a corner kick to Shomerton. Puts it into Hurst. Felipe clears up the clearance. Back in, Manning clears to Trimble, who is taken out by Navarro. Smart foul, I guess, since he was probably one of the last men. Anyway, another corner to Shomerton. Puts the ball in. Hurst puts it back into Aaron. Chris Kelly picks it up. Back out to Shomerton. Shomerton puts it into Felipe. Cleared up by Black to Felipe. Oh my god. How did he miss that? Oh my god. That was an open net, I think. Shomerton with a Felipe to Black to Felipe. Oh my god, Felipe. 8 minutes in though, and we've had 2 great chances. Another highlight starting at their back. Musto back to Francis. We're closing down quickly. Laucus picks up the ball forward to Black to Felipe. He puts it through to Hurst and Hurst scores. Always rely on Hurst to get a good goal. Felipe, the architect, after he missed that open goal, kind of had to play back into this game. Another highlight 24 minutes in. Navarro to Felipe. Navarro loses out to Musto. Musto launches it forward, but it's cleared up. Smith to Aaron. Felipe back on the ball. And Felipe with a bad pass. Trimble, who runs forward and misses wide. Another highlight, Shomerton with the corner. It's bounced out. Felipe picks up the clearance. Doing a little trickery. Dancing around the box. Good cross in. And Black! Oh! And Black sends it over the bar. Another highlight just before halftime. Laux to Navarro, who's running up the side. Navarro back. Laux back up to Shomerton, who doesn't really get the ball. The defender picks it up, launches it forward. Smith clears it up. Black again forward to Shomerton. Shomerton with the ball. He's going to cross it into Hurst. And Hurst! Oh my God, what a great save. How did that not go in? Anyway, it's a corner, Shomerton. And it's cleared up. Wow, what a save by the Stallbridge keeper. I have to look at some of his stats because he is having a great game. Anyway, let's get into the second half. Another highlight 2 minutes in. Lee up to Felipe. Up to Kelly. Kelly back to Black to Felipe. Back to Black to Felipe. Felipe with the ball over to Shomerton. Oh my God. That was like a shotgun. I think that's going to be his new nickname. The Shotgun. Because what a bullet that was. Oh my God. He is just one of the best players. I think I'm now going to make my first change. I think Sony Black's not having the greatest game, so I'm going to bring on Stephen Mason. And I think I'm also going to bring on the new youngster, Jovan Gilson. Another highlight, Shomerton with the corner kick in. Ball's out to Aaron to Chris Kelly. Chris Kelly with the ball. Mason picks it up. Through to Aaron. Chris Kelly! And it's a good save by Corbin. Once again, we've had 4 clear-cut chances and 4 half chances. We just can't seem to find the net. Shomerton with another ball in and is cleared by Manning. But Laukes is going to chase it down and it goes out for a throw-in. And the highlight just in the game. Lee to Chris Kelly to Lee who puts the ball in. Gleason picks up the header. Oh, a little trickery to Aaron, back to Mason, to Aaron, to Felipe, who picks it up. And who's offside? Why is that disallowed? Oh, I think Chris Kelly's offside when he shoots it. Oh, when he passes it. Chris Kelly doesn't get the ball, but it's still ruled offside. That's the end of the game, a good 2-0 victory. Domination on our side of the ball. A good game from Shomerton, or the Shotgun, and Luke Hurst. And Felipe, who had 2 assists. I'm glad to see he is playing well finally. Anyway, I think that's it for episode 4. Thank you all for watching. Once again, we're just trying to get better on this channel, so if you have any tips and tricks, let me know. And I'll see you all next time. Wham, bam, peace.